Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of Deeper Dive, and welcome to my channel if you're new here. This is a series where I cover levels a little bit more in depth and don't hold back my controversial opinions. But if this is your first video, go watch the first 182 episodes. No, I'm just kidding. But today we're going to be talking about Faster. You probably wish I could have gotten through that intro a bit faster. Okay, whatever. So I'm going to play this on normal and fast. Just because this is like a shorter level. How do I feel about this level? Because it uses the neon theme, so that's gotta be good, right? Wrong. This is one of my least favorite levels in the entire game. And if I were to tell you why, it's because it's basic, it's boring, and it introduced the faster mechanic that was only used in 3 levels, and for a good reason. The faster mechanic, it was just so... The only reason you'd play it is just so you'd be number 1 on the leaderboard. The thing is, leaderboards aren't a thing anymore. At least not on Android. So it doesn't matter at all. And this mechanic was actually used worse in 2 other levels. But I actually like this level even less than those 2 levels, because at least they were themed around Christmas. This just steals Neon's red theme and claims it as its own, which is fine. But this level's so boring. And normally if a level's boring, I put it in like B tier. But this level doesn't even introduce anything new. It doesn't have an interesting theme. Or, well, it does have an interesting theme, the green theme, but it just stole it. It's not its own theme. It didn't... Like, they didn't come up with something unique. I feel like this level was just kind of like a placeholder for November. Because they're like, we can't think of what to do for November. We got our Halloween level planned. It's already out. We got our Christmas levels planned. What do we do in November then? And they just kind of put this level out. They're like, here, play with this mechanic. See how you like it. There we go. And that resulted in 3 F tier levels coming out in a row. Yeah, not a good look. Not a good look, honestly. So now I will be playing the fast mode just to show how easy it is on this level, but it's so much more difficult on the other 2 for some reason. More like Christmas Gospel, but like, I think this level is the epitome of boring. Okay, well, as I was saying, this level is the epitome of boring and unoriginal. Didn't do anything unique at all. It just kind of ripped off Neon's themes, and it didn't even do the constant theme switching to make it look cool. So there's just a bunch of boring straightaways, free gems, and it's a 2-star. This was rated the hardest 2-star at one point, by the way. Don't know why. Maybe because of the faster thing, but no. I could even get the crown super easily here. I think this level's built around it being on the faster speed, which is fine, but you have to remember that most people aren't going to be playing it on the faster speed. They're going to be playing it on the normal speed, and I haven't even mentioned the slow speed because you can't even complete the level that way, so that's just boring in my opinion. I'm not going to mention that because nobody ever uses that unless they're doing a first completion, in which case you have to suffer through it. So yeah, for being really boring, really unoriginal, not fun to play, introduced a horrible mechanic used even awfully worse in the next 2. This is definitely an F tier level, which pains me to say that because I think the soundtrack is good, but that's probably the last thing I could say about it, not gonna lie. This is the last level I actually remember playing back in 2018 before I took a little break in 2019, so I guess there's a little nostalgic thing too, but no, this is like getting a 1 out of 10 for me. It's just not good. Sorry to all you faster fans, but sorry. But I'll give you guys your clue for the next level. This level came out in 2017. It has a pink theme in the level somewhere, and it's a 2-star. See you guys next time.